Welcome back, everyone, to Check the Stats, your weekly sports podcast. I am Hamza. This is Harry.
Yo.
We got T-Rain.
What's good?
And Dodge.
What's up?
Facing the other side, the ops.
All right.
So now we have podcast video, and hopefully we can bring an episode to you guys on either YouTube or Spotify every week. If you want to let us know what do you think about it, you can always leave a review on either platform. Let us know how you like it. But yeah, from now on, it's going to be a video podcast every week. Hopefully you can tune in. And let's get into week 13. I know we've missed out on week 11 and 10. I think.
12.
Or 12.
Only 12.
and
Only
11.
12, yeah.
Yeah. Starting off with the worst freaking game of the week.
The
Disgraced quarterback.
As NFL phrased it, the disgraced quarterback returns.
Deshaun Watson.
back to the same
I don't know
stadium.
if we should be giving him that kind of intro, but yeah, sure.
Back to the same stadium he played his last game on.
Yeah, isn't that a little fishy?
I don't know, man. I don't
They
know.
scheduled this week for him to come back. I don't know. It's a little weird to me.
I think the NFL's trying to like.
Attention grab,
Yeah.
money grab, whatever. It happens.
For
But
what?
I mean,
All week 13?
out of every game he had to return to, he had to return against the team he played for, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of the actual game, I don't think any of us think the Texans have a chance of winning, right? Like
No.
the Browns were doing fine with Jacoby Brissett, and now they're gonna add Watson, who we know when he was playing at his best, he was like a top 3 quarterback, top 5
Mhm.
maybe, right? You could argue. So,
I mean,
even if he's
Has the arm
even if he's
power,
a
can
shell,
scramble,
even if he's
all
a
that.
shell of himself from like that time, then he's
Still
still
more than
is
enough.
probably the same as
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett, right? So there's room for him to improve as a quarterback, probably, right? But this will be his first game.
It was about as good as Lamar. So
Yeah,
He can put that numbers
he,
up, so.
he has arm talent. We know all that. It's just all off the field stuff that kind of derailed his career and reputation. But
I know it's an emotional game for Taj. Texans. Former Texans.
formerly,
Hey,
for-
no.
I like the
Formerly known
Texans.
as-
It's an affiliate.
Listen,
It's an
listen,
affiliate.
listen,
formerly
listen,
known
listen,
as,
listen,
formerly
listen.
known as
Former.
I liked D Hop, gone.
Cap.
JJ Watt,
Cap.
he left. Deshaun Watson, he was forced to leave the fucking NFL.
Fourth.
I mean, he brought it on himself, but the suspension was given.
I was like,
So hey, I am not justifying him. Everything he did was wrong.
I don't know.
Deshaun Watson single-handedly made you become a Commanders fan.
No, no.
I think so.
You were lost for like a year.
No, he
I
single-handedly.
was floating around the league just looking for a good team. I didn't want to be a bandwagon of any team,
You
so I was
ended
like, let me just come to my local hometown team.
Hometown team.
Now that's a
Commanders.
true
That
fan.
is the truth.
That's
That's-
a true
that
fan
is-
right there.
you know,
I've seen the fucking downs. I've made fun of everybody
Yeah.
on the
But
downs.
now you have to endure it.
Yeah,
It's been a good
but
journey
it's
so far.
insane. Ever since I became a fan.
Probably like 5 and
What are we
1,
at? Seven. What is the record? 7 and 5.
6-1 in the last.
6 and 1 in the last 7 games.
Yeah.
That's not a bad record.
It's interesting.
Not a bad record.
Might be something going on there.
What everybody in the division right now would make playoffs, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What's going on?
It's a crazy division right now.
I was gonna say quickly move on from the Browns Texans game. We're not
We're
like
not-
sorry.
we're all the same. Browns win,
Yeah.
right? Browns
Browns
win.
all
Browns-
winning.
Okay, cool. Nothing.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson doesn't get any more airtime. All right, cool.
Boo.
We'll move on to Commanders Giants. We're already talking about the
Yeah,
Commanders, so
yeah.
take it away, Commanders fans.
Big game.
Let's
big
go.
Game, big game.
Yo, how the fuck are the Giants? Other than Saquon, Saquon is amazing.
That's it.
That's
What are
literally
they
it.
doing?
Genuinely,
What are they doing?
genuinely,
That's it.
it's because of the head coach. There's nothing else.
Their defense is pretty decent.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They were 6-2, so they're kind of in a going down. But how many times can you rely on Saquon Barkley? Some people are gonna
can't.
stop it.
Start playing
You
against.
You can't rely on a running
And then
back
at
for
the
every
end,
single game.
Daniel Jones has to throw it. And
Mhm.
that's not
He's not
the
that
strong.
guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy.
He's like at his best. He's a game manager.
Yeah.
He's nothing more, right? He's not like he has all the athletic tools, physical tools, but it's just like the decision making, like the high end games. Like he's not like that kind of guy who's gonna go take over the game for you. So the Giants had a ceiling. We all knew that, but I genuinely think they're only that good because the coach. The coach last year was the Bills coach, right? And
Yeah.
ever since he joined the Bills, Josh Allen was kind of like going up and up and up, and we know how Josh Allen is now. So as soon as he leaves the Bills and comes to the Giants are doing well this year. Daniel Jones has been limiting interceptions, right? That's what a good coach does. He makes the quarterback smarter, right? So I give all credit to the coach. I don't think Daniel Jones did much. He's been relying on the defense. So
Yeah.
it's a good record.
I think
Better record than the Saints.
Better
Better
I think
record than the
last year
Saints.
too.
I think
so.
this is where they fall now. But it's gonna be a good game. I expect the Commanders to win, but it's gonna be really tight. We play back to back, so we play them, and then we have a bye week, and then we play them again.
Damn, that's kinda, I don't know if I like that. That's kind of weird.
That is crazy. So these two games really matter for both teams.
Yeah.
And
Playoff implications.
Chase Young is coming back too. So
He's
with
back
Daron
Sunday?
Payne, Daron
Oh.
Payne,
Nice.
Jonathan Allen.
That's-
I think they can
it's
stop. I think they
insane.
can stop Saquon Barkley. You
Yeah,
know?
hell yeah.
And then
yeah.
you stop that, and you're set. You have Derek Forrest, number 1 safety in the NFL right now.
Interesting.
It's not going to be able to throw it. You know, the
with-
defense is what's carrying the Commanders right
the
now.
defense made that stand last week against the Falcons,
Exactly.
right? Like they're the ones. Those black jerseys are fire, by the way. Those are probably the best
Yeah.
jerseys.
The all black.
I agree.
The best jerseys the
I thought it
Commanders.
was a college. I thought it was college when I first saw. I was like, wait,
That's the
Yeah,
little
isn't
best
that the running
jersey
back?
combo they've had in a long
Yeah,
time.
I agree.
No
I
cap.
agree.
But yeah, the defense has been carrying them these past few weeks, and we all know Heineke's a good quarterback. The team rallies behind him. That's all you can really ask for is like if your quarterback is not like generational talent, at least he's a good guy and like everybody wants
Yeah.
to play for him, right? Like we can't really say that for Carson Wentz.
And now you got Brian Robinson carrying the load as well.
Mhm.
He just broke 100+ yards last game.
I picked him up in fantasy last
So,
week. He
yeah.
went off. So
He's a
Thank you.
power.
Thank
He's
you,
a
Brian
power
Robinson.
running back.
yeah,
And
It's gonna be a few tough weeks up ahead though.
yeah,
For the, like back-to-back division rivals and the 49ers,
and then
Browns,
Browns.
and Cowboys who lit up the Vikings. for
Yeah.
like
The-
40.
So these two are must win for
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Like,
Commanders have won
Yeah.
the last two matchups against the Giants,
yeah.
yeah,
and they're playing at the Giants this first game. So what do you guys think?
I think it's going to be a close game because for some reason the Commanders,
I
one
mean-
thing they used to lack was closing out games, and recently
They
they're
can close
they're
out
able
games
to
now.
do it.
Yeah.
As long as
And-
it's not a shootout, they can close out
Yeah.
games.
yeah.
As long as you're not going like 30-40, you're not going like like high 20s. Like the Commanders are probably not gonna keep up. But if it's like below like 23 points, 24 points, then they could be anywhere within that. They could hold you to any amount of points. So
They have Dodge now.
I'm
They have me.
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
I'm gonna take the Commanders.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Commanders, but it's gonna be
I-
really close,
I
like
think-
by like
Yeah.
3.
And I
Like,
think they're gonna lose that second game. I think they'll split it.
yeah, I
'Cause
think they'll
there's no
split
way.
it.
There's no way you can play a team back to back and win both of them.
Either they win this game or lose the other one, or lose this game
Yeah,
and win
yeah,
the.
they have
That's
to,
not
they
how I'm
ha-
seeing
They
it,
have to
but
split it. Both teams want
but
it that
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I'll take Commanders in both. We'll talk about it next week. We'll see
Yeah,
how
we'll
it
see.
goes.
You're getting a little ahead of yourself. I mean, it's another division game for the Giants, and they're gonna win it.
Ooh.
Giants are gonna win.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, they've been relying on Saquon Barkley, almost like the Raiders. I mean, he's not a Josh Jacob this season, but he can get it done. Y'all
Okay.
and just like you
He-
said, your defense has been saving you.
This could be like that. It would be very Washington if it's like Chase Young's coming back. Our D line is playing
It is.
amazing. We made our
And
defense
then-
stand. And then
Loses
Saquon
the
goes.
game,
Up,
gets blown
Saquon
out.
has
goes for, like,
250
200,
all-purpose
yeah.
yards.
He's at 900 something. He might get to 1,000 this
Saquon?
game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
this would be the 1,000 marker.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just had the best game of the season so far.
Anything
And like
Yeah.
Daniel Jones doesn't do shit. It's just
Yeah,
throw the ball to
292, that's what he
Saquon every
has.
game.
Damn.
As long as
40
Heineke doesn't throw
Huh?
some stupid ass interception like he always
Yeah,
does.
Just manage the game. Manage the
Manage
game.
the game.
Make
He-
the 1 or 2 or 3 big throws you need to make, and
Yeah.
just check it down and everything else, bro.
That's
Like,
literally it. Yep.
that's all you have to do.
if anything, you
Let's
should
move
think
on
of.
to the next matchup. Stay in the division, right, with the Eagles. Eagles versus Titans. Eagles coming off that dub.
by 1 point.
10-1?
Dub's a dub.
No.
The Titans.
Still is mad crazy.
Come on, guys. Who do the Titans have besides Derrick Henry? We say this every week, and somehow they still have a good record.
I mean,
Yeah.
they've been
But
successful.
it's
for 2
that's
seasons with
it's
them.
working. You know.
But the
been
Eagles
working.
Eagles defense.
I don't
I feel
know.
like they're
They're past-
like one of the best defenses
But
to play against.
they just
Derrick
allow-
Henry.
The thing is, a lot of teams have been running on the Eagles
Yeah.
and scoring like that. So
That's true, but now they know that
It's-
this team can only run against us. So I think they'll game plan for it. They'll stack the box every time, and if they want to throw it, then throw it because their secondary is solid, their pass defense is solid. So they're just gonna stack the box every time and say, if, Derrick Henry, let's see what you can do. So I just don't.
They
I
have
don't,
Derrick
I
Henry.
don't
They're
see it happening.
30th in offense.
The Titans.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go, right there. That tells you everything
Yeah.
you need to know.
so
They can't.
Their
do-
line
they-
is like, I know Derrick Henry's
They're-
good. Your line has to be good for him to be able to do anything, right? Like he's
Yeah.
not gonna be.
I mean,
He's been running through
yeah.
a couple of people, right? But
He does that. Like,
I mean,
you can't
that's
keep
given.
relying on that.
that's given.
I mean, when you have Mike Vrabel as a coach, like your line is always going to be solid
Yeah.
on both sides of the ball, right? Just because he's a former player, so he knows what he's doing. I think it'll be a good game, though. I don't think it'll be like a blowout or anything.
Hmm.
Eagles are favored by 5 right now.
I think it
I
might
think,
be.
that's, I think that's fair. 5 might be fair. I think I'll take Eagles by 5. Seems about right. Not a whole touchdown. You guys think it'll be worse than that?
I think it might be worse. I think a touchdown.
I don't think so.
At
man.
least
The
7.
Eagles, like if you look at it, they really haven't been blowing anybody out recently.
No, I mean they had a close game with the Colts, so
That's what I'm saying.
it's possible that the Titans beat them if they play the way that they play.
I don't think
And I know they rely
they're,
a lot.
they're
on
playing at Eagles.
that they rely a lot. Oh yeah, that's
They're playing
Yeah,
playing
that-
at Eagles.
they're gonna want to.
Yeah.
That crowd is not easy to play in.
Philly gonna ring up shots.
I don't. Eagles by 5 is my take.
Yeah,
Eagle
It's
by a
good.
touchdown.
It might be a tough game though. The Titans might.
Every game in the NFL is a tough game,
Yeah.
but it's what do you guys think is gonna happen, winning wise?
They don't score as much, but you saw the Packers put up 33 points against the Eagles last week, and that's with
The Packers, they have nobodies.
that's with an injured fucking
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers. Yeah, and he got
He's out?
injured more.
He's out?
Yeah,
He's-
oblique injury.
Yeah.
He had a thumb injury on his throwing hand
I think
against the
I think it's a
Eagles.
rib injury.
No, oblique. Know the
Oblique.
know the difference.
Oblique is
I thought it was ribs.
also
Oblique.
it's the same thing. It's a muscle on.
It's not,
Alright,
it's not
you-
ribs.
It's
Medi-
on the ribs.
Medical terms only.
Y'all never answer me.
What?
Eagles or Titans, bro?
Eagles by 7.
I'm gonna go with Titans.
Titans.
I think they're gonna run the shit out of this game, and
No, you
they're gonna
want-
do the same thing. Keep
you-
Hurts out.
No, you want the Titans to win.
No, I think they're gonna win.
Okay,
know?
all right.
It would
I
be
think
good. I mean,
Titans.
I think they're too far ahead with their record, even if they lost to the Titans.
But that's how they lose momentum going
I
to
guess.
playoffs.
No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
And the Titans.
But
I don't think they're gonna play with that much sense of urgency. They're already leading their division too.
I just think they're just gonna run out until like they keep Hurts off the field.
That's the game plan. That's what the Commanders did.
Yeah,
If,
so
if Hurts is on the sideline, then you have a good chance.
they
to
have a
win.
better running back now. So
That is true.
you know,
That is true. But that was like a one-off game. Low key. Like if you
At
guys play the Eagles like
at least
three-
it was us.
if you
Hey,
play the
at least it was
Eagles,
us.
if you guys if you play
At
the
least it
Eagles
was us.
Division
three
games,
three
anything
weeks
can
in a
happen.
row, you guys wouldn't have done that. But that was
Wise
that was a
man
good
once
game.
said, "Division games, anything can happen." Right?
Anything, literally anything,
Anything.
can happen.
So-
Good thing it's not a division game.
Who are
that's
you
why they-
referring to? Who's that wise man?
The us. Oh,
The us.
No. I thought you were talking about what game I was referring to.
No.
Huh?
But
All right,
but-
okay,
but-
okay.
but-
All right, cool. Titans, Eagles.
Eagles.
All right, cool.
At least we didn't curse him. You know.
Yeah.
Shout out Jersey.
Next game of the week, I think is probably maybe the second best, but it could be the best game depending on how it goes. The Dolphins and the 49ers.
What was that?
I'm excited for this.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel is playing his former team, right? He was on the Niners staff, so it's gonna be a good game. A good defense against a good offense. You know, what more do you want from this game?
Well, I'm liking Tua. He's
I don't think they
coming back from what he came back from.
every
and
game
still
he's
playing like this.
every game he started and finished, they're undefeated.
Exactly.
Think about that, bro. Every game Tua has started and finished this year, they're undefeated.
And that's after basically having
One of the
worst
like,
head injuries you can get.
concussions like I've seen live like in a while.
We did say, I mean, they were started off the season nice, but just like we said, it was just injuries, especially after the concussion he had. It was straight injuries for the whole most of the team. But
Yeah.
I mean, they were doing amazing.
Bro,
People forget they got Tyreek Hill as well,
uh-huh.
so
I think-
they can burn.
I think Tua is leading the league in like completion percentage,
Yeah.
or if he's not leading it, he's at least top 3. So that's what his comparisons were, right? When he was in his first year or like coming out of college, it was like he has to form his game to be like Drew Brees. That's how everybody said it because of the height.
Mhm.
Tua's a shorter guy, so he has to rely on accuracy. He has to rely on he has to rely on timing, and that's what he's doing. All his good throws are timing throws. He knows where to throw the ball. He's accurate with the ball. He's not. We all know he doesn't have the deep arm that like Allen or Mahomes has. We know that.
Mm.
We can see every time Tyreek or Waddle's open like down the field, he has to put all his power into the throw, and then sometimes it's still a little bit short.
It's not as physical.
Like that's not his specialty. So he has to.
Would you say he's like
He has to
Kyler
be
Murray?
accurate. Nah, he's better than Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray
For
is
real?
he's
Kyler
good at-
Murray is
he's
a better
scramble.
Kyler Murray
Yeah.
is a better runner. Kyler Murray has a little bit of a stronger arm.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he has more of a talented arm, bro.
I think
Tua-
IQ as well. I think Tua's IQ is
Tua's a
insane.
very good like quarterback. Like
Bro,
he,
you
he
gotta-
knows all the ins and outs. He knows the game. Like he
Yeah.
knows the plays. He's a nice guy. Like
Yeah.
his arm is there.
Bro, you got to realize Dolphins are second in the NFL in passing yards. They're not doing that
Whoa.
just like they're not doing
You're
that
not,
because
like, you're not doing that
you
with
know,
Teddy Bridgewater.
Their
You're
offense
doing
is
that with
third.
Tua. You're doing that
They're
with
Yeah.
Tua.
insane.
Like obviously the scheming is amazing, the coaching is amazing, but you got to give credit to Tua. And if he wins this game against the Niners, who just shut out the Saints, the Niners have a good defense. So if the Dolphins have a big offensive game, then maybe Tua,
Niners defense is the
Tua leaps to like the MVP favorite, right? Maybe.
Possible.
When
Yeah,
you have a
it's
player
possible.
Because-
your team can only
Because
win with.
the next game we're gonna talk about is Chiefs Bengals, right? And if let's say Mahomes has a bad game and Tua has a great game, then the MVP could just flip just like that. So I don't know. I'm expecting a good game. Miami's won 2 of the last matchups against these teams, even though the second matchup was in 2016. But Niners are favored by 4, and it's at Niners.
I think
You're rethinking everything right now.
They're at Niners. You know that's hard. It's a hard stadium to play at. I'm gonna take the Dolphins.
last time they played it was 43-17.
Yeah,
49ers overall is just tough to play right now.
they're
49ers
Are
are
you kidding me?
very
Yeah.
good team, bro. Like very good team.
they
Very
got
well
CMC.
coached.
I keep forgetting they have CMC every
Yeah.
week. I get
They-
reminded of that fact.
They're a very good team, but they are not in the best form.
Oh,
Because even against a shit Saints team, they only scored 1 touchdown, and it was off a pass that like you probably could have picked it off. So the 1 touchdown was like a very like whatever touchdown. It was an amazing touchdown.
They're a team that like
But-
plays down to other teams' level sometimes.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
how
know.
many blowouts have they had this year?
not many.
Right.
But I mean, that's true. Some people say that like they haven't played like some top tier talent this season, but they played the Chiefs and they got pretty much blown out by the Chiefs, right? And ever since that Chiefs game, they led up, I believe, 30 second half points to the Chiefs. And since that game, I don't know how many games it's been since, 3 or 4 games maybe. They haven't let a single second half touchdown, or maybe a single second half point. I think the Niners defense. So,
I think they're
so
number
since
1.
since that Chiefs game, they've been turning up in the second half. You know, they know that like for the Niners to be successful, they have to be led by the defense.
Bro, what? ESPN. This is definitely not right. I was looking up the rankings for MVP race, and according to ESPN, he's not even top 5.
Tua?
Yeah, they got fucking Micah Parsons.
Right.
They're gonna have some sort of
who
okay,
who believes
Cowboys
like
player.
who
That just confused me. They got
who-
Lamar.
They got to put a
fourth.
Cowboys player in
who
there,
puts
dude.
faith in like ESPN? Like
They're always gonna
random
put a
shit?
Cowboys
They
player.
always,
Yeah.
they
I
always,
was
they always do like random shit.
I was
just for
trying to
rate.
look at the numbers. It was like, what the fuck? They got Josh.
How is Josh Allen number 1?
Josh Allen at first?
Josh Allen's number 1 right now.
cap.
Because he got almost 2,000 passing yards.
I don't give
almost.
a fuck.
17 touchdowns.
Does
they
it-
got
does-
Tua has 2,500.
they got
And his team has a pretty good record.
they got Jalen Hurts a second, Patrick Mahomes a third, Lamar Jackson, and the fucking
Micah Parsons fifth.
Micah Parsons.
That's what I'm saying. But after this game, let's say Tua has an amazing game, like 300
Yeah.
yards, and they win by like 2 touchdowns. He's going right there. He's going top 3 in the MVP right
They
there.
didn't even mention him.
It's
They have Jalen Hurts at what? 2?
Jalen Hurts a 2.
I can understand
Yeah,
Jalen
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts,
and
I get.
I can understand
they're
Mahomes.
10 and
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
Not Josh Allen though. Josh Allen has like 6
You can play good, but if your team's not
6
doing
red
good,
zone
like,
interceptions.
how are you the?
All
So
right,
I
that,
get
that
it.
could be because it's old also. My
all right.
apologies.
Back to Niners
Yeah,
Dolphins.
just
Niners
ignore,
Dolphins.
ignore.
I'm taking the Dolphins, and I think
I
they'll
was
win.
He is a third.
I think they'll win by a touchdown. I just think their offense is too good. So Dolphins by 7.
Yeah, I'm taking Dolphins. Bro, like 4 out of the last 5 games they scored 30 plus. I just think their offense is crazy, and yeah,
Nobody
Dolphins.
has 2 receivers like the Dolphins do.
yeah,
2 speedy guys like Waddle and Hill. Nobody has that.
yep.
A deep threat. That like
Nobody has that.
And Tua can run too, like
You can double one guy, but then Tua's gonna find the other one.
yeah.
And,
And it's not
the
they don't
tight end-
have
the
they
tight
don't-
end is valid. Both the running backs.
He has
are good.
options.
No,
He has
they're
hell
both of their
options,
running backs
yeah.
are good too. I was about to say that. Mostert and
I don't know, but
Williams.
the Niners defense is really really good.
No, they are.
That's the only thing that's like somewhat.
But I mean,
I think
it's a
Dolphins
it's
by a
o-
little bit.
It's an offensive league
Yeah.
now.
Not my much, but Dolphins. I feel. And it's Dolphins.
Dolphins?
Yeah. Let's hope they win.
Hamza, you're the only one
Tua's a good
undecided.
man.
I'm up.
You're always the other one, huh?
I don't know, man.
Niners?
I don't know. I'm starting to like the Niners a lot. And
It is. I mean, it's a
feel like
toss-up. They're favored right now.
Yeah,
bro.
it's
They're
just.
favored by 4.
I'm going with the Niners.
All right.
CMC.
Okay, crap.
I keep forgetting. Just keep forgetting about CMC. bro.
Next game of the week, Chiefs and Bengals. Conference championship rematch, right?
Possible.
Conference championship rematch.
Yeah, but the Chiefs
Yeah.
are better, so I'm gonna take Chiefs.
Jamar Chase is
Just
back.
like that.
I don't
They-
like that.
The last
Last two
games,
times they played, and it was like a blowout, low key.
2 games last year, they beat them both. Joe Burrow
That
beat
was
them both.
that was last year though when the Bengals were like they were
They were
there.
on fire.
They're
but
on
the
fire.
Bengals are on fire right now.
The
too.
Bengals are not like.
The
But
Bengals
are they as fire as they were last season? No.
okay, but they've won their past few games, right, in slight convincing fashion, and Jamar Chase comes back this week.
Okay.
Jamar Chase is the
I
biggest
got
factor.
you. I got
Jamar
you.
Chase is the biggest factor.
Yeah.
They almost started him
Yeah.
last week, but they wanted to like fully
Yeah.
make sure. So he's like
Oh.
fresh off, bro.
When he's on the field, it's a
It's
game changer.
different.
Game changer.
It is a game changer.
they,
but
they struggled a little bit.
There's
with that.
also another game changer on that other team,
Mahomes
Mahomes, and I'll take Mahomes over Jamar Chase
and Burrow.
and Burrow.
You make good points.
You know,
I think you make good
I
points.
love Joe Burrow, and
But
I like Jamar
You can't
Chase.
say you can't say they're better than the fucking Chiefs right now. The Chiefs are insane. Number 1 offense. Number 1 passing offense in the league.
I don't know why it always seems like the Bengals
Beat
are
'em,
just,
right?
They're just a
Yeah.
better like the Bengals are a bad matchup for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because everything the Chiefs do well, like the Bengals have something to counter that, and like the Bengals have a good D line, so that's how you right. If you can stop Mahomes, the way you stop him is by having a good D line. That's what the Bengals have.
Mahomes gets rushed almost
They
a
have
lot.
they have Jamar Chase who has that big playability. So right,
I just think
it'll be a close game.
the Chiefs this time have so many weapons on offense.
I
Like
agree with you.
they don't have to rely on Travis
They don't have to
Kelce
rely on
or
Tyreek or anything.
anything. They can really dump it to their running backs that are catching. They could catch too as well like that, and McKinnon and all of them. I think
All the receivers are like solid guys. They can run all the routes.
yeah. I just think they didn't have all of that before,
I agree with you.
but
Tyler Boyd calls this game like a matchup between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. I find that
Low key, bro.
Like,
Like,
it
he's
is,
not
yeah,
wrong, bro.
yeah.
Like it used to be.
That's close.
It used to be those matchups all the
Yeah.
time. Manning, Brady, like Brady, Breeze, Brady, Manning. Now it's Mahomes, Burrow, Mahomes, Herbert, Mahomes, Allen.
He's the new generation.
It's
so
just
gonna-
he's not wrong. Who said that?
yeah,
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
he's good.
I could see that. There was also some other like beef that was going on. It was like Justin Reed, the Chiefs player. He called out Jamar. He called out Jamar or Hayden Hurst, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna lock him up or something like that." He's like, "Yeah, I'm not worried about that or
People-
something." On Twitter, and they
Who
were
said
going,
that?
they were going back and forth. I think the Chiefs safety
You gotta stop.
or corner. So there's some beef going into this game. Like some Madden storyline shit. You know how like the other teams talking on social media. They gotta come in all this talk. So it's gonna be a heated game. It's a 4:00 game. They're playing at Bengals, and the Chiefs are favored by only 2 points.
That's
So
a fair
Vegas,
line.
Vegas
That's-
sees it as a
that's
close
fair,
game.
yeah.
So
I see it being a close game.
I do too. No, I do too.
That has to be. I mean, you got two like of the most talented teams.
But both the games they played were good games.
Both
I think
are-
the first one was it. It wasn't the playoff game that was a blowout, but during
it was
this
a regular season,
they
regular
got
season.
blown out.
Yeah, and right now both offenses are top 5 in scoring.
Yeah.
And both their defenses are around the same. Like one
10,
is
11.
one is 16th and one's 13th in points, like
Mm.
scored against. So
Oh.
like ranking wise, both sides of the ball are kind of similar. But I'm taking the Chiefs. Dutton
Take the better quarterback.
gonna be-
did
it's
convince
gonna
me
be-
for a
it's gonna-
second. I was like, yo, Burrow and like Jamar, like they're always on smoke. They definitely want to beat the Chiefs. Like, but Mahomes is
Mahomes is Mahomes.
it's hard to
man.
pick.
man.
It's hard to pick
It's
against
It's
Mahomes.
just Mahomes, bro.
Like Travis Kelce says,
Here we go.
anytime you have the greatest quarterback in the NFL, you're gonna win games.
You have a great chance of winning any
Yeah.
game. So
And the
Well,
best tight end too.
I'm going Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs. Close game. Chiefs by 3. Chiefs by 3.
I'm gonna say Chiefs by 17.
17,
Yeah,
1-7.
yeah.
A moment ago, you were just on
He
fucking
just said it was gonna
the
be a close
Bengals
one.
side. What's going
No,
on?
I was on Chiefs
Nah,
side.
he was on Chiefs
Oh.
side, but he said it
I
was
was
gonna
on
be a
Chiefs
close
side.
one.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
Chiefs
gonna
by
go.
17.
I'm gonna go with Chiefs by 17.
Interesting.
What's going on? I'm going Jamar Chase and Burrow. I think they got something to prove, but this is gonna be a crazy.
Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty, yes indeed.
I'm thinking the Chiefs, but like I have no idea what the score would be. I want to say 3, but like it might be a touchdown, might be 3 points,
Well, that's
some shit like
that's
that.
how the game goes.
some shit like that. 3 or 7.
27-10.
Okay, I'm gonna put you down for this Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah. How about you do that?
Mark my
Alright,
words,
cool,
27-10.
300.
27-10.
If it's 27-10,
The
I'll
Bengals
buy
are-
you a McDonald's ice
If the
cream.
Bengals only score 10 points,
Is that what we're doing now? We bet him McChickens.
I mean, he's a score. If you get,
let me try to phrase it.
if you get the right
All right, my bad.
score,
35-17.
Okay, see that
I would like that uncertainty.
he said Bengals 10 points. I was about to say like some crazy shit. I was going to say that I'm gonna wear a Commanders jersey if they score 10 points, but you said 17, so never mind.
All right. I'll go with 10. I'll just see it happen.
27. Okay, yeah, regardless, if the Bengals score 10 or less points, I'll wear a Commanders jersey to the next episode.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Prediction brought to you
Done.
by BetUS.
For our next game of the week, Colts and the Cowboys.
Colts, Cowboys.
I know
Saturday.
I know you NFC East boys need the Cowboys to lose.
Fuck the Cowboys.
But after a 40-point bomb against the Vikings, you really think they're going to lose?
Vikings are nice.
It is very Cowboys, it's very Dallas to have a dominant game
And
and
then-
literally the next game to drop a
That is
dud
true.
because that's what they did. That's what they did. Who they blow out and then literally the next game they lost. They lost to
Packers.
the Packers.
After blowing out, it's right here. They blew out fucking Chicago.
Exactly. There it is.
49.
I knew it.
I mean, they put up 28
they
points.
blew
but-
out the Bears and then lost to Aaron Rodgers next week.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't. And
We love the Cowboys.
But they've been on. I mean, they beat the
I don't know,
Vikings.
the Colts don't
37.
move me at all.
No.
There's nothing I've seen watching the Colts this year that I've been like,
It's just-
oh my god, the Colts are gonna make the playoffs. The Colts can beat like a good team in the league. They can't. Matt Ryan is cooked.
they're
He
legit worse this season.
doesn't have like a superstar receiver like Julio Jones to like fall back on. Pittman is a good receiver, but he's not a superstar.
He can't do it all. You can't really.
Jonathan
rely
Taylor
on
is
him.
not gonna. He's not gonna get 40 carries like he was getting last year, and you just win us the game. Like they're not gonna do that.
Did in the beginning of the season, like what was it, 2 games?
I don't know.
He balled out.
I don't know.
Nah,
But Jeff
barely.
Saturday's honeymoon is over. He had
Yeah.
that. He had that 1 week. We were like, oh,
Reality
Saturday
check.
knows what he's doing. Saturday
Yeah.
knows what he's doing, but doesn't know. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So
Their record is already worse than last year.
Yeah,
They
so-
finished 9-8 last year. Now they're 4-7.
I think the Cowboys are just
They should beat them.
riding a little too much momentum. You know, I think they might be.
Micah Parsons in top 10.
I think they're
MVP
interviewing.
vote.
I think
Top
they're.
five,
I think
sorry.
they're
top
interviewing.
5.
They're interviewing OBJ, right? This
I was
week?
in
There's
October,
there's
sorry,
3 teams that
October.
are for OBJ right now.
Giants, Cowboys, and who
Um,
else?
I think he's gonna go back.
Probably
sometimes.
Chiefs. I think
No.
Bills.
Chiefs.
Yeah, there's rumors about OBJ meeting with the Chiefs.
Oh, Bills.
Bills. Yeah, I mean,
That's
either,
actually-
regardless.
Bills, I could see Chiefs would be like
Giants, Cowboys, and
commissioner needs to
Bills.
step in.
He should go to the
Actually, no,
Bills.
they had Tyreek Hill last year.
That'd be tight if he goes to the Bills.
But he's not.
That'd
He's
be crazy.
Go to the
okay.
Cowboys. The Cowboys
Quick
wouldn't be bad
question.
either.
Davies, fucking
OBJ and his injuries.
Oh my god,
OBJ and his injuries.
he has no knees.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I'm saying. Like,
virtually has no needs.
so like,
But I want you to think about it. If you were a Cowboys, Giants, or Bills fan, you would
You
want
still
him.
want
You
OBJ.
want him.
Because even if he can't produce like that much on the field,
He's
he'll
a
he'll
threat.
still produce
He's still-
something.
yeah.
He's still better than random third or fourth receiver that
Yeah.
you probably have in your roster. And then he brings.
he's
like,
gonna want a bad.
He brings like he's a good teammate, so he's
Yeah.
gonna bring like the chemistry and stuff. It's gonna be a good locker room and stuff.
Still a threat on the field. So
I mean,
No,
we,
for sure.
we think
for sure.
he's a threat on the
My
field.
thing is,
Hopefully, he's a threat
how
on
many
the
games has
field.
he played since like he doesn't play? He doesn't get on the field. But
La-
I get like
Last
there
season,
are a lot
he,
of things.
last season
played a
he,
good
he,
amount.
he got better like every single game,
Mm.
and then in the
And then the
playoffs, he was like
playoffs.
peaking.
And
Peaking.
then he got injured.
Super Bowl, he was very, very good, and then he
Got
somehow
hurt.
just tore it. You know, like that's mad unfortunate, but he was playing some of the best football he's played in like the past few years last season. So
because remember the whole Browns things, and then as soon as he got to LA, he started getting better.
Mm.
he
week
got
by
better
week,
and better. He got
like
better
week
and
by
better.
week until just like you said, the Super Bowl.
He's a
it
great
was.
quarterback, or not quarterback, wide receiver, and I think
He can
oh,
be sometimes.
But I'll see that catch again because like they just people keep bringing it up. Who
It was
had
the
that?
anniversary like the other day.
Somebody had a-
because of Jefferson's catch.
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Justin
Oh,
Jefferson.
that catch
He
was
caught it like
insane.
this.
That catch was
Yeah,
insane.
it was.
But OBJ did with 3 fingers.
And
I keep
into the-
looking at it over
into
and
the
over again.
end zone,
Into the end zone.
and they called a flag.
Yeah.
It was PI.
They showed that highlight like 50 times of OBJ just.
I don't think. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it is the best catch of all time.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
haven't seen
Yeah.
anything better.
3 fingers, bro. That's
I've
okay.
seen close. I've seen
And it
close.
was a deep ball, right?
Yeah.
It was
Close.
okay, I gotta look that up.
He stretched it out.
But
So it was
let's
crazy.
get back to the Cowboys here. Everything's gonna happen.
I think
Uh,
I want.
it's
We need them
Cowboys.
to lose, Thurman, but realistically,
Cowboys. What the fuck?
We got-
Cowboys are favored by 11.
Yeah.
And they're
As they
playing.
should be.
They're playing at Cowboys.
As they should be, bro.
11.
Colts ain't got nothing.
11 is not
Realistically, I'm going with the Colts.
Wow.
bad. Colts.
Yeah.
You can't say that without smiling.
He said
You can't-
realistically, I'm going with the Colts.
Colts.
Cap. Okay.
They've already blown a team out and then lose in overtime against a mediocre to bad team.
Mediocre.
So I'm gonna go with the Colts by 6.
Colts by 6. It's very interesting. I'm gonna play the Cowboys. I don't believe in the Colts. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
I like to separate my
You'll believe
emotions
'em.
from my decision making.
Here we go.
And as much as I want them to lose, I think
Make
the
it-
Cowboys might win.
You'll
this.
believe
business
you'll believe on the Colts next week.
Okay,
After next
we'll
week's
see. We'll see.
If the Colts win, I will buy you another McDonald's ice cream. You will have 2 ice creams
Wow.
if
Wow.
all your bets hit.
Very generous man over here.
Betting ice cream now? Ice cream cones?
Bro,
Or
you been to
like-
McDonald's recently?
or like a-
I had it the other night. It was
Or like a
Mac-
sun, like a Sunday or
just normal ice cream cone, vanilla or chocolate, up to you.
All right. Okay. That's
caramel?
enough.
Caramel?
We're gonna move on to the next game. Second last game. We're gonna be talking about the New Orleans Saints versus Tampa Bay Brady's.
Wow, divisional game. What do we think about this?
The fuck was that?
It's a primetime game too.
Wow.
I
Don't
think
worry
it's
about it.
Sunday night or Monday night. Let's see. I think it's
Let's get our thoughts.
it's a Monday night game
He can start with the thoughts.
You
My
can start
thoughts.
with
at
thoughts.
at Tampa Bay. No. You guys start.
Okay.
they're basically
That's what we did
the
last week.
same-
That's what we did last week. So you guys start. Remember when you guys said that they were gonna beat the Niners?
Who?
Remember when you guys said that?
Saints
Who?
are gonna beat the Niners.
I don't think
Yes.
anybody said that.
Oh, I said that.
You did say that.
I said
And I was
that.
like, it's cap. So go ahead, talk.
That's cap.
What's gonna happen in this game? The divisional
13.
matchup.
13.
Both teams are playing like ass. Oh, go ahead. What do you guys think?
Bottom feeders right now.
I think your coaching hasn't been the same.
Our coaching is god awful.
Yeah, exactly. And your coaching was the reason you guys would kind of like get close to Tampa Bay.
We scored 0 points last week, and we were in the opponent's half majority of the game.
This is the second
And
time
we
you guys
scored
scored.
0 points. Why didn't we take field goals?
This is the second time you guys scored 0 points.
That
We
is
missed a field
exactly
goal.
why I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will win this game. The amount of horse shit
I
they've
don't-
been in the past
I don't see it
week.
happening.
You don't see Tampa Bay winning?
No.
Or you think y'all gonna win?
Yeah,
After what you just said.
I do.
After you just said you scored 0
We
last
scored
week.
After
0
being
points
in
last
the
week.
other half majority of the time.
Yeah, we were in 49ers half so much of the game, and we got to the red zone like 4 or 5 times, and we know how good the Niners defense is, and we had Andy Dalton get to like the goal line multiple times. You're telling me we can't get to the goal line against a Bucs defense that is way worse than the Niners defense? I think we can. The past
think
3
you-
weeks, I've been saying we're going to lose every game, and we pretty much did. The only one I was wrong about
keep
was the
saying that.
Rams game.
Let's keep doing that.
Nah, we're gonna win this game.
And
We're
this
gonna
is the
win.
game
Oh my God.
where just everything good that's been happening gets worse, and everything that's bad that's happening gets just even worse. I think start tanking. Maybe you'll get better picks.
We don't have a first round pick next year.
Because they
Taj.
gave it to the
Oh.
goddamn
There
Philadelphia
is
Eagles, man.
zero reason for the Saints
So
to take.
annoying.
We have to be winning games, and the thing is, this division is so bad that we could still somehow make the playoffs.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, there's
we beat-
still
You're
a
literally
chance.
only one game,
If
two
we-
game, two
it's a
games
critical
actually, 'cause
game.
of
If we
losses.
if we
Actually
beat the
critical
Bucks,
game.
and let's say the Bucks, I mean, they're not good. So let's say they lose a game or two, and then we somehow win a few games into the end of the year, we could literally find ourselves in the playoffs. Think about how crazy
I
that
think
is.
they already had their bye week.
Who?
The Bucks.
The Bucks had their bye week already, and the
pretty sure,
Saints.
yeah.
The Saints have not had their bye week
Yeah,
yet.
that's what I'm
think-
saying.
I
They're a
think-
game behind.
The Saints have
Then
not
you
had
guys
a bye week
basically
yet.
have the same record.
I think you
Well,
guys.
think about that. How
Yeah, you guys
bad
are
we've
one-
been, and we
yeah.
could still host a playoff game.
I think you guys are the NFC East of last year.
A lot of people were talking shit.
I-
Nobody would have thought that. That's,
Beginning of the
that's crazy.
season?
That's actually crazy.
Tom Brady. How mad is Tom Brady right now?
I hope he's very happy with himself because he ruined his family to come back just to beat the Saints in the regular
Ruined his
season.
family.
And lose to the Browns.
His
in overtime.
legacy.
I promise you, his goal was to come back. He was like, I can't go out losing to the Saints in 4 regular season games.
All right, I don't think out of all
No.
17 games.
I
he said-
genuinely think that's one of the
The
reasons he came back.
Saints? Was he gonna go to the Saints at one point?
Yes.
Hmm.
If Breeze retired like he should have, because he's still my goat. He's still my goat. He should have retired that
heard
year, and Brady would have came that year, and we would have been lit. But he had to come to our division rival. It's unfortunate, but
A shame.
we always show up against the Bucks. That's what we've been doing for the past 2 years. So why should I believe we're not going to do it again? Because even the first meeting between us this year, it wasn't insane. They only won by 10, and I think that score is a little bit inflated because the score was very close the entire game. So
That is
I don't know. You guys haven't given me one reason to say the Saints are not going to win.
Andy Dalton versus.
I think we
Brady.
gave you a big
All
reason.
I've heard is
I think-
laughing.
I think we gave you a big reason that you guys scored
I
0
didn't
points.
have to give you a
in 2
reason.
games
You
of the
gave
season.
me a
That was
reason.
the first game the Saints have been shut out since 2002. That's a one-off game.
There's 2.
What?
The Raiders won.
Outrageous.
We scored 0 points.
Yeah.
We beat the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
24-0.
My bad.
I said, bro, the Saints have never been shut out like that in 20 years. You think that's not gonna happen again? So I don't know.
It's Kamara.
I haven't heard one reason why we
Kamara's
can't
good.
win.
He's all good.
Yeah, he
Nothing. No
is.
injuries. Okay.
Yes.
I think
Chris Olave.
I think the Buccaneers will win this game.
I think
simply because
Lattimore might be coming back. I'm not sure though.
I think Buccaneers will win this game
It's
simply
questionable.
because they lost to the Browns in overtime, so they're more
Maybe come
fueled.
back for vengeance.
They're more fueled, and the Saints scored 0 points. So that
But
all
that
puts into play.
They're fueled off that though. They're probably.
But what are they
Yeah.
fueled on? Like, but
What do you
I feel
mean?
like
What do you mean?
No,
It's,
the
it's your
Bu-
division rival. It's your division
That-
rival. You still have a chance to make the playoffs.
no, yeah,
And,
that's true.
And everybody hates Tom Brady.
That's
What is there more to get juiced up about? And you're playing away.
that's true.
What
But
is there
I
more
feel
to
like
get juiced up about?
Bucks have way more pressure on them to play good.
They do.
right?
They have
So-
Tom Brady.
Bro, they
It's
just
Tom Brady.
lost to the
If-
Browns
If
overtime.
if Tom Brady was injured, there would be zero pressure on this Tampa Bay team. Solely because they have Brady and he came back this season, there's pressure on them to make the playoffs. So this is a big game. Like, regardless if you see either team as like a non-factor in the playoffs or if you see them as like terrible teams, it's still for each franchise. It is still a big game. We're 5-6 versus 4-8, but it's still a big game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Bucks by 10.
They're favored by 3.5 right now. 10?
Bucks by 10.
Bucks are favored by 3.5 right now.
I'm going with the Saints simply because a wise man said division games can go either way.
Either way, anything can happen in division game. We saw the Saints beat these motherfuckers 38-3. We saw them beat them 9-0 last year. 9-0. When have you ever seen that score in an NFL game? So a Bucks Saints game is like the most unpredictable game you could ever watch. That's the only reason I could take the Saints.
Both teams.
Anything can happen.
I think the Bucks have beat every team in their division so far, right? Falcons, Panthers.
Yeah, I think so.
they have.
But they split with the Panthers.
They did.
The Panthers beat them one game, didn't they?
Yeah, the Bucks lost to the Panthers.
See,
They didn't win.
we lost to the Panthers too because you know why? It's division.
Oh, never
The
mind. I
Panthers
take it
are
back.
a god awful team. You can lose. You can lose to anybody on any given
21-3 they lost.
in a division, bro. I don't know why you guys thinking the Bucks are this high-powered like
I
team.
just Tom Brady. I don't think they're high powered. I
It's
think
just
Tom
Tom
Brady
Bra-
can
okay,
win.
but it's just Tom Brady.
It's
Tom
just
Brady
Tom
just
Brady.
lost to Jacoby Brissett last game.
Yeah, the narrative has to. Oh, maybe because Giselle left, the NFL doesn't want to support him anymore.
Controversy.
Terrible take, but okay. I'm taking the Saints. He's taking the Bucks. What are you guys doing? You took the Saints.
Yeah.
To the Bucks. It's just you.
I like Alvin Kamara. I think he can get through that defense.
They have to score.
Chris
this week.
Olave. There's two really good options, and then you guys have
And Jarvis might be back too.
3 really good options. But it's just Dalton sometimes
We
throws
have a
some
terrible quarterback.
crazy interceptions.
Why is Jameis Winston not playing?
They hate him.
Isn't he maybe still hurt?
He's being blackballed. Is
Yeah.
what's happening.
Why are all the players that you get blackballed by the leagues?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. James Winston hasn't played for 6-7 weeks, bro. I don't understand what's going on.
The contract does not say he can't play because of injuries.
It's dumb. So
You know?
I'm picking the Saints. You're picking the
It is.
Saints. You're picking the
It is.
Bucks.
Bucks.
You're picking the
It's gonna be.
Saints.
I'll go with
It's
the
gonna be a
Saints.
really good game though, because
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the best games of the week. I
do or
think.
die for both teams.
It's a Monday night
to make
game,
it
you know.
up.
Is that
Monday
going to
night
be
game.
a good game or just horseshit?
Shit show?
Yeah.
Okay. For our last game of the week, Bills versus Patriots, another division matchup. Bills are only favored by 3.5 somehow, and they're playing at Patriots. And Buffalo has won the last 2 matchups between these teams.
I think the Bills have this. They haven't been themselves, but
Who? Patriots?
the Bills.
Oh wow.
but
Yeah, the Patriots just put up like what 20 something points on Thanksgiving, so that's not bad.
Yeah, don't sleep on the Patriots right now, dude.
Nah, I'm definitely sleeping on the Patriots.
I don't think
all,
so.
all I'm saying is like they at least scored something last week.
I mean, they won against the Jets twice,
Division game.
right? But it's not like they got blown out by Vikings.
No, they didn't.
3
But
points. They've been
It's-
The
close.
Vikings have a terrible like defense.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's gonna be a close game.
You think so?
Yeah,
Nah, I think the Bills
I think
by
the-
at least a touchdown.
I think the Bills are gonna win, but
I
it's
think,
gonna
I
be
think
close.
it'll only be close.
And plus,
if,
this is
if-
a divisional
if
game.
Josh Allen is having a bad game.
Yeah,
Like those
I mean, any
random
yeah.
those random like interceptions you'll have that like what is he even looking at? Like if he has that game, it'll be a close game regardless. I mean not regardless, but if he has his regular Josh Allen game, like he plays fine, it should be a blowout.
I mean, it
it
is a
should be-
divisional game.
It should be. Yeah, it is. But I think it'll be.
I think a
Bills-
touchdown's a blowout. Touchdowns
Touchdown's not a blowout. I think 10 plus is a blowout in my opinion. So I'm gonna go Bills by 10.
I think I'm gonna go Bills by like 3. I think it's gonna be close.
And Mac Jones popped off last game.
Both their defenses are ranked
Mac
kind of
Jones- I don't
similarly,
know how I
so
feel about
they're,
Mac Jones, yeah.
they're
Mac
both
Jones,
they're
yeah.
both letting up around 18 points per
They
game.
were-
So
They were like
it's all about offense.
they were contemplating between Mac Jones and Bailey, like just like last month. some shit
Mac
like
Jones
that.
is
But
better.
it's clear.
Yeah.
But he just I think he just had a bad stretch that everybody kind of just gave up on him. But
Yeah.
no, he's fine. Like in the system and the players he's throwing to, I think he's
No,
fine.
he's doing great. I think he would put up a good fight. But Bills, man, I feel like they're gonna
They're just-
steamroll.
I think the rosters is way better.
yeah,
Like it's hard.
like, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard for me to see Patriots win this game at all.
So we all going Bills.
I'm going
Yes,
blow
sir.
out.
Yeah.
Sweep.
I'm
Alright.
going blow out. I do gotta
Um,
mention that fucking touchdown was against the Jets was kind of wild.
It was. That was supposed to be our last game of the week, but there's one game left to talk about. I think it's a very, very good game. Jets and the Vikings.
That is a very, very good
Defense
game.
You
versus
know
offense.
Both
who
got
I think
punished.
the two players to watch this games, and probably it'll be a matchup. Justin Jefferson
And Sauce.
and Sauce.
Yeah.
I want to know what's
That's a
going to
key.
happen there.
That's a key
bro.
matchup.
That's insane.
I already know what's gonna happen.
Strap down.
Strap down.
He's been killing it.
Sauce dropped down Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase
All right,
done.
He strapped up a lot of elite receivers
Diggs?
this year.
Have they, oh, that's
Diggs, he played well against Diggs.
Mm.
Tyreek too, but Tyreek got injured.
Bro, Sauce
But
is
still, shut him down.
I think best corner safety. Corner?
corner.
Best corner in the league.
You could argue because he's a 6'4" corner. Like you could argue he's the best corner in the league, but fully healthy, Marshawn Lattimore. I'm taking Lattimore. Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing?
It's funny
Why? You can't explain to me. You can't explain to me why.
because maybe
When
in like
when
overall,
Lattimore played
maybe,
the first 7 weeks of the season, he held every receiver to 15 yards or less. But then he got injured, and then the defense.
what were
went
the
to shit.
teams? What were the teams he played?
Want me to look it up?
I want to know. I want to know for
look it up.
context.
We'll look it up.
I want to know for context.
Just a reminder, Terry has already played amazing corners and sauced on all of them.
Solid.
Three of
McLaurin
them,
is
to be
McLaurin is
exact.
definitely
McLaurin
underrated.
is nice.
Solid.
So Sauce Gardner, you're lucky that you're not in our schedule. So
Yeah.
Bro,
You sure about that?
not really, but
literally this season, and he's been injured for the past few games. He has only allowed 11 receptions this year, 148 yards total, and he has 2 pass breakups, and he has 0 touchdowns allowed.
How many
Lattimore.
games? How many did he play?
I don't know how many games exactly he played, but with those games, he has no touchdowns allowed. You
Yeah.
can't. He was literally playing he's been playing like one of the best corners in the entire league, but the casual fan wouldn't know that, right? The casual fan wouldn't know anything about that. So
Marshawn Lattimore is really good, but I feel like he's been hurt. or
the only
out.
reason you're saying Sauce is better because Sauce has been in the headlines this whole season. That's why.
Yeah, but he's in the headlines for a reason.
But he's also a rookie, so I mean you can't just
Yeah.
automatically say he's the best corner in the league.
The way he's playing right now, it's hard to name players
We'll
that
see.
are better.
We'll see because I think he will do a good job against Jefferson. I don't think Jefferson will have that 180-yard game that he'll have once in a while. I don't think he'll have anything. I think he'll have I think Jefferson will have around 100.
I think as
Just because they give him the ball so much, he's bound to.
dude, that's all.
That's their offense.
That's their offense,
Just
man.
give Jefferson the ball.
He just
give Jefferson
throws
the
it
ball.
up.
Kirk Cousins don't even be looking for anybody else. He looks for I looked for Jefferson the whole time.
So working low key. Jefferson's nice.
It has been working, but
Yeah.
I think
Sauce will bring that slightly.
I
Not
think,
even
I
slightly.
think
I
it'll
think.
be a very, very close game because the Jets' defense is legit. Like, if anybody thinks the Jets are like a joke, they're still trying to improve. Nah, their defense is legit. So they're playing at Vikings, and the Vikings are favored by 3.
After that 40 piece,
Damn, Mike White just had like 300 yards last week too. So Mike White's coming off good form. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
Yeah.
I think the Jets will win. It'll be a scrappy ass game. You know,
I'm going with.
fumbles, interceptions everywhere. You know.
I'm going with. Let's go. You
ew.
know,
Don't ever say that again. Why would you
Yeah.
say that? Say it's goal.
goal.
That's-
Come on.
that's a
Don't
shame.
ever say that again.
Stop.
Come on, bro.
Stop. You owe him my ice cream now.
All right.
I don't know what to say.
All right, I picked the Jets. He got the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm taking Jets too.
I might take the Vikings. They beat us, so they must be good.
Split.
They don't. They are, they are a good team. They definitely are a good team.
Y'all the ops.
But yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens.
Shout out Sauce.
I think that does it for NFL.
You're
World Cup.
Place your bets.
Stop.
Place your bets.
place your
Bet
bets.
US.
Bet US. If you like-
BetUS.com.
If you did like any of the predictions, you can use the code in the description and get 125 bonus on your first
description.
deposit.
We will be
Bet
posting.
US.
We will be posting our picks of the week on our Instagram. So
Yep.
go follow our Instagram.
Indeed.
See our amazing picks of the week.
Yes, sir. Check the stat 5. Let's get into some NBA.
NBA.
Basketball.
We saw Devin Booker drop a goddamn
Bro,
51
last
bomb,
night. Last night was a
It was
good
It
night.
was a good night. for
Absolute
NBA.
goat.
and it's only right
Devin Booker.
to start with the Suns. They're leading the Western Conference, and right behind them, tailing, is the Joker, along with the Nuggets. And surprisingly, at third, the Pelicans, and
New Orleans.
now the Lakers. And surprisingly, after that, is the Grizzlies, and now the Lakers. And then
And
after
surprisingly, after that,
that, is the Clippers, and now the
Clippers.
Lakers.
and
And even
surprisingly,
more
yeah,
surprisingly,
after
the
that.
Kings and Jazz after that.
Yeah.
And even more surprisingly, is the Mavericks, and then the Warriors.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And even more. Wait, never mind. Timberwolves are out. Timberwolves last.
They're all tied at 11-11. So, surprisingly, 2 more teams. I apologize. Trailblazers and OKC Thunder. Shout out Shy. Ahead of the Lakers. And that's when you will find LeBron James and AD's ankles at 13.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
Ain't 12. Where are we heading? Lakers Nation.
Not the
Lakers
playoffs.
Nation. You guys a lot of
You guys think
explaining to do.
they'll make the play-in?
Because
Playoffs?
Twitter
they
seemed
will.
very upset at first.
They're looking to make some moves.
I think they'll
they're
make the-
looking to make some.
They'll 100%
getting
make
rid
the
of
I think they'll make the
Matt,
play-in.
Matt Ryan right now.
They'll make the play-in. Yeah, they released Matt Ryan for some reason, so that has to mean they're making a trade.
Imagine thinking Matt Ryan is a problem and not LeBron.
Yeah, no, like he's
Now
a-
Westbrook.
LeBron is never the
LeBron.
problem.
Yeah,
LeBron is never the problem in any team
Um,
ever. Okay.
I genuinely think they're gonna trade Westbrook
this season.
somehow,
Some way.
some way, because
That'd
no
be-
one's gonna take that contract. but
that's the main reason.
Just gotta find a way. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way to do
But,
something.
like who, bro? Like genuinely think who was taking Westbrook with that contract? Like if he had like half that contract, anybody would probably take it.
Yeah.
But the contract does not
Hornets.
make it easy.
I don't know, bro.
They got,
That's what I'm saying.
they
It's-
got LaMelo.
Like even the Magic
And
wouldn't,
Terry.
wouldn't take Westbrook because they have Suggs and they have other good players. They have Banchero and stuff.
You take LaMelo and Westbrook over LaMelo and Scary Terry?
But recently, I'm
Yeah,
not.
Yes.
Really?
yeah.
You
Lamelo.
think Scary Terry is better than Westbrook?
No, I'm just saying. Isn't that a... I mean, he's been...
But the thing
he's
is,
been
this
killing it as of recently.
Lamelo was ball dominant and so was Westbrook.
Yeah.
So. But
that's-
Lamelo was hurt. But I don't think. Oh, actually, Jordan is the
They
owner.
got, yeah, I was just about to say that.
Westbrook
he-
is a
he-
Jordan affiliate, like
Yeah.
Jordan brand, So
But
I
he
doubt
likes
it.
playing
I
for
doubt
the
it.
Lakers.
Melo, the way
happened.
Westbrook plays, he needs so many He needs to go to a team that just only has broken plays.
He's been nice coming off the bench.
Hey,
Just
listen.
saying.
he's
Hornets.
been okay.
Hornets are really ISO. So
I could see.
Stop.
You know, Westbrook can-
failed to make the sale.
You're forcing this. If I was at the Lakers organization and
Let's
they're
just-
sending you,
let's just say
I'm rejecting that deal.
let's just say the Lakers keep most of the roster and they make like a change or two, right? A change or two. Let's say they have I don't even know who they can add, but that's how bad they are. But you guys think they make the playoffs?
hey, they have Lonnie Walker. They have
Because I think the Jazz will probably fall out. You know, the Jazz started; they were number 1 seed.
Yeah.
The Blazers were 2 seed, and now the Blazers are 11th and the Jazz are 7th. Right, like in just 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the entire standings can change. Like the Nuggets were not anywhere close to second, and now they're second. So,
but it's still.
I think
all
in the
close.
next month, then the standings will be kind of what they'll be towards the end of the season. Like we'll know what most team is, right? Like at the All-Star break, we'll know. So, what do we?
I think the Lakers
What do
have.
you think's gonna happen?
The Lakers have improved the last 10 games. They are 6-4, but they are.
They're still.
They only have 8 wins, and the thing is about the standings, it's all close right now. It's all between 8 and 15, and the Lakers are 8, and the Suns are up there with 15 wins. The Lakers just were horrible with shooting starting off the season. They just couldn't shoot for nothing. Is that
They're still like whatever on
Like,
shooting.
the shooting's
And
gotten
every-
better, but not too much.
It's like
not by a milestone.
What can you do when you
Yeah.
don't literally don't have shooters? Like you're expecting non-shooters to be making like a high percentage. Like Lonnie Walker was never a high percentage shooter in his entire career at Spurs.
Yep.
But then now they're trying to make him into a more of a shooter. And they're trying to make Westbrook into a shooter. You're trying to make AD into a shooter. He's not really a 3-point shooter. LeBron's not a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, 80? I'll see
forcing
that
it.
video.
those are
of
all your
80
best
slipping.
players. All your best players are like not 3-point shooters. So the shooting it makes sense, but that one game against the Pacers where they were up 17.
Oh my god, bro.
They're up 17, and like I turned the game off, and then like I look back, and there's
Lakers.
10,
They're done.
10 seconds left, and they're like losing. I'm like, what? I'm like,
Halliburton.
how are you blowing 17-point leads, and you're trying to be a championship team?
LeBron couldn't close it out?
Westbrook. What was
Westbrook
he
could've
doing
done
on that
something,
last play, if I may ask?
He jumped at that first shot.
LeBron-
and it didn't go in, and then LeBron jumped at the last shot. And
I
it
think
went in.
LeBron definitely deserves some blame,
He does, but not all
but
of it.
he is 36, 37.
The way he jumped
37.
out, the way he jumped at that shot, it did
Yeah,
not
it-
look like he's 37.
I know what you're saying, but as a whole, like that last possession was terrible. Like the Lakers did not know what to do. You let up that rebound, and like everybody's ball watching. Everybody's like, oh, who's gonna go close? Like LeBron was the only guy who made an effort to go close him out, and like maybe it was his guy, or maybe it wasn't, but the entire team
Westbrook tried to close out that first shot.
miscommunicated, and
He almost got there.
those
They
last,
don't play the full.
the last
floor-
quarter was just that was
Wow.
disgraceful, bro.
They're incoherent.
Like imagine being like a lifelong Lakers fan and you seeing like all the ups and like the Kobe championships, and like you saw like Magic win all these championships, and then
right
you
now.
saw
in the
LeBron
state.
winning championship right in the bubble, and then like now like
That's
look
true.
how terrible they
I
are.
think their coaching. I don't think Ham's it.
He's not an amazing coach. I'll give him that
But-
because his rotations are not the best. Like at times when you have 3 guards on the floor, and it's the same thing Steve Nash is doing.
Mhm.
When you have 3 guards on the floor against a bigger team, like you're literally gonna lose. There's no shooting in the world that can make up for that size. Like maybe if you have Steph Curry, like otherwise, you can't be playing 3 small guys. It just doesn't work in nowadays league. Like it doesn't.
You need the
all-
players to
it
be
doesn't
able to
work
do
like
that.
that,
You
so-
don't have a shooting team. You can't do that at all.
I feel like everybody deserves blame for the Lakers so far.
it's-
There's no one reason.
It's all
Yeah, there's no one reason.
I think this is a bunch
Westbrook.
of reasons. It's a
Ever
bunch of
since
reasons.
Magic left, bro.
I don't know. Ever since that championship,
Yeah.
whoever's building the team is building it terribly.
Asterisk.
No, it's cap. But they've been building it.
Mouse.
You a LeBron here, man.
I'm not.
He is.
It's
He is.
face the
Westbrook
truth.
is the problem.
Let's
Westbrook
let's
is the
transition.
problem.
Let's transition to.
Face-
Westbrook
face
is
the
the
truth.
problem.
Casamigo
Westbrook
make you
is
talk different.
the problem.
Face the
Let's
truth.
let's ask Hamza here. Why
See this
why
tag?
was the bubble championship an asterisk? Why is there an asterisk next to it?
It came at a time where you put all the players in a bubble. A lot of players did not show up. A lot of players were not.
Lakers didn't have Avery Bradley.
Let me
Who
continue.
didn't show up?
Katie and Kyrie.
They were injured.
That's all right, but they still didn't show up.
They were injured.
You had PG going into depression.
How's that?
Pandemic
lot of-
P.
That's hard. Okay.
It was hard on him.
So that
you're
makes-
you're being put in an
It's
environment
hard
that you're
on-
not
it's-
used to.
Okay, it's hard on everybody.
LeBron, I feel
hard
like
on everybody.
I feel like LeBron was already used to that kind of environment of being not isolated, but away from everything. He's just like very focused on on his craft. Just hear me out. He's very focused on his craft, and that's what you have to do to be great. For other players,
So he's great.
yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean?
But not top 10.
Because no, because you
But not top 10.
He is top 10. I've said top 10. I said not top 5. There's a difference. Hear me out. For other players, they were used to that outside life, and it was hard for them to just be put in an environment like that. For someone like Jamal Murray, he loved that shit. For other players, they got depressed, like Paul George.
That's not
How's that LeBron's fault?
Yeah, that's not
No,
LeBron's fault.
I'm not saying, but
So why is there an asterisk?
How's there
That's why it's an
asterisk?
asterisk, because
he
it's
was
different.
he's survival of the fittest, bro.
because
He survived.
because it was different.
If you're phrasing it that
was
way,
different.
like PG had like mental health problems, like all the other players were like complaining about this stuff and that stuff. LeBron should be getting more credit for being a leader and like keeping his whole team together and being like, I don't care what everybody else is going through, and like I'm sure I'm sure each player had their problems in the Lakers too, and they all probably looked to LeBron for guidance, and LeBron has kept that whole squad together through the whole playoffs. And away from like the mental health side, they played the best in that entire bubble. They beat
AD was
every
playing
series
like
was every
AD.
series was 4-1, 4-2.
Yeah.
There was
A
no
lot of
there was
other
no
teams played
hard
well.
like there was no like they made it look easy. And then when they got to the finals, I do get that the Heat weren't at 100%, but that happens almost every championship run. When the Warriors did that, nobody wanted to discredit the Warriors rings when the Warriors were going against LeBron, when Kyrie and Kevin Love blew out the knees.
but
Nobody was complaining about injuries then, but
But-
then as soon as LeBron wins one, then there's a big problem about it.
But there are other variables other than leadership. Yes, LeBron did that all great and stuff, but it's the environment. It's the environment of the whole bubble thing.
But
Even
that
while
makes
playing-
it harder to
It
win.
ma-
That makes
yeah,
it
I know,
harder to
I
win.
understand.
That should
For some
credit
players,
more.
it makes it harder, and for some players, they thrived. I'm telling you. Look at Jamal Murray. If you compare Jamal Murray this season and the
Okay, but
bubble,
he's also
he
coming
played
off
what-
of
He was
two
coming
games.
off an injury, though.
I understand, but even after, even
No,
before
I know what
that
you're saying.
injury,
I know what you're saying.
it
Like
just
players in the bubble
it hit
had
each-
better games.
Yeah,
but,
it hit
but
each
that's
player
because
different.
that's they're
and the
essentially
environment
they're
was
playing
different.
like scrimmages. They're playing like practice games because
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah,
fans.
there's no
And
fans.
it made it feel
But
way
that
different.
makes it.
Imagine if
that's
they do
like
that every time.
the purest form
Yeah.
of basketball. Like, there's no fan interaction. There's
Only
no.
noise and, like,
There's no
chorus
distractions.
players?
There's no one in the crowd like yelling
Some people
racist.
feed off of it though.
No, that's true. There's no one yelling racist
Remember-
things at you. There's no one like
I just think
throwing
that-
things at you. That makes it
Here's-
you're just in the gym playing basketball.
Here's-
And clearly the Lakers were the best team playing basketball. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I just think the Lakers and LeBron adapted way better.
Yeah, they
And that's-
adapted way
that's-
better.
You have to like give credit to that.
Respect it. You
No,
have to
listen,
respect
like-
it.
But the fans do play out a big role, and it makes a big
They
difference
do.
for these
Yeah,
games.
100%.
Because even
100%.
remember, I just seen a recent video of I don't know who it was. It's the ex fucking New York Knicks player. He said playing the Garden is basically like the people there don't give a fuck about the Knicks. It's like
Yeah.
everyone loves
know
playing.
that already.
Everyone loves playing at the Knicks because they'll cheer for you if you're doing good. They don't give a fuck about their team. So it's different.
Everybody,
So imagine
everybody just
imagine
wants
if
to play
you're
at MSG. Yeah.
Imagine if you're playing against a team and they're cheering for the other guy, not for you, and you play for the city. So it's like
Okay,
But that was like that for everybody.
What does
I
that
know.
what does
So
that what does
it
that have
makes-
to do- what does that have
it
to do against what does that have to do with the bubble?
it makes the environment different. Playing in that environment will be different. So if you do
It's
it
harder. Would you say it's harder?
If you do it, that's why I'm saying it's an asterisk because it's a different environment for all the
But
players.
is it a harder environment?
Are you saying an
It depends
asterisk?
on it
like-
depends on your mentality and who you are as
But
a
like,
player, your lifestyle.
there's
I don't know.
I mean, Lou Williams was out there getting fucking strip club wings. He couldn't fucking hold it in.
okay, that's Lou Williams. That's why.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it
It's
has
not LeBron James.
It has an effect
know,
on
every
each player.
player-
Differently.
every player is
That's
different,
why.
but LeBron
Asterisk.
figured it out. LeBron figured it out.
survival of the fittest
LeBron
in any situation.
LeBron was the smartest one out of everybody in the league, and he figured it out, and he was the best leader in the entire league. That's why he figured it out. If there
Yeah.
were players in the league like him or as good as
There
him, then
isn't.
they would have figured it out too.
There isn't. So
If
he's
KD,
different.
Jokic was balling out.
if KD and
every
Kyrie,
good player
if
was
KD
balling
and
out
Kyrie
other
were
than
in that
pandemic
bubble
peak.
fully healthy,
Depends.
it would maybe something different would happen, right? Like we don't know that, but for how the bubble was, I think
I think
the Lakers deserved that ring. I don't think you can say they didn't. But let's go back. Let's get back to modern day. Let's get back to modern
Lakers
day.
got the Bucks next, so let's talk about that.
Let's talk
Tomorrow
about
at
that.
7:30 sharp.
Let's talk about that.
Bucks by a lot.
Yeah, we'll move to the Eastern Conference a little bit.
Yeah.
Celtics are in first place,
Killing
and the
it.
Bucks are in second place. The
Cavs
Cavs,
are
the
third.
Cavs right below them.
I mean that's
Those are
That's
the
what we
three
want.
best teams.
That's what
Those
we're
are
gonna
the three
see.
best
Yeah,
teams, yeah.
Those
think-
three teams are gonna
I-
keep flip
I think
flopping.
we low key all said that at the beginning of the year. We said the
Yeah.
Celtics,
Yeah.
Bucks, and the Cavs.
Yeah.
And
we all
nobody
said
and
that.
nobody said the 76ers.
No
I
one-
said top 5.
okay. I mean, yeah, 5.
I don't believe it.
I said it. You can
I
go back.
think-
I said
I
we
think the
might not be
Raptors-
the best.
They should be top 5.
I
They're
think
top
I think
five.
no. I think the Raptors are gonna take their position.
Who's
Sixers.
fifth position?
Yeah.
The Raptors.
Raptors gonna be fifth.
Pacers are not going to stay at 4 for
No,
long.
No chance.
Okay.
The Nets were
Sixers are
the
going to go up.
Nets- The Nets were really, really bad, and now they're above 500. So what happens when Kyrie comes back. That's what happens. But
I mean, they're
Slowly,
everything
slowly.
is almost tied.
slowly, they keep going. They keep going up. Keep building. You need continuity.
Only difference is one loss with the 76ers. So
Yeah, we played one more game than the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
We lost.
played one more game. No, we played one more game.
Yeah.
So do we think Tatum could win MVP this year?
He had 49.
49.
Yeah. Book can have it too. Or
Book
even Luka.
had 50. What? How many did he have?
51.
51, and he didn't play the last 30 minutes.
Okay.
No,
definitely
sorry,
not
no,
30
sorry.
minutes.
It was last quarter or some shit like that.
Yeah, he didn't play a full game.
I feel like it's a lot of names right now.
In the MVP race?
Yeah, it's
It's
lot
kind of
names.
crazy because this might be like the best the
Yeah.
league has ever
Kinda
been,
been,
like low
yeah.
key.
They're dropping 30s on the regular.
The amount of players averaging like close to 30, like I've never seen.
Not Bradley Beal though, or Harden.
Okay, definitely not those
Or
bums.
Why would Bradley
What's
Beal average
Russell-
30 right
Russell
now?
He used to average
Russell
30, what
Westbrook,
happened?
right? He's
Yeah,
not
he's
even
the
at
only person on
starting
the team.
rotation, right?
Talk about KD.
Not starting rotation,
Talk to
right?
me about KD.
I'm just wondering.
KD, if the Nets had a little bit better record, he would be in the MVP conversation.
Yeah.
Every single game, he's dropping 30 points efficiently.
KD.
He has the most efficient mid-range percentage, and he has, I think, like double or triple the amount of attempts to the next closest person.
I know we're talking about the East, but
Like,
Curry's
does
in
that make
one
any
too.
sense to you? Like, the next closest, but like he'll probably, I think he has around like 150, 160, like mid-range field goals attempted, and the next person has like 60, 50. And KD
Nobody
has like
shoots mid range anymore.
KD has
I
like
don't know why.
50% like
That's his thing.
percentage from mid-range, bro. Like that's on like that's generational. Like it's literally generational. He's leading the league in minutes played. Durant's leading the league in field goals. He's leading the league in 2-point field goals. If it's just because of Nets record, the only reason he's not in the MVP race.
Him and Steph Curry are kind of in the same situation. Steph Curry's dropping 30 every other night. The Warriors defense has been struggling. Jordan Poole hasn't been what he is.
You could say that.
Clay hasn't been for what he is, except for that one game where he was just
You could say that.
bombing threes. But they're both putting in so much work, and the rest of the team is not being up par. Sorry, Kyrie, but
He's trying his best. Okay, you know.
he kind of
Kyrie said it himself.
I
He
want to
said
know. I want to know one thing.
he said it himself before he
Just 'cause
said.
we haven't talked about
before He said
basketball. Go ahead.
everything. He said I had one of the best off seasons of my career. He said I worked so hard. You know, we're training, we're doing all this, and then he came into the season, and those few games he played, he was really, really good. Go look up the stats. Go check the stats. He played very well in the beginning, and then that whole anti-Semitic stuff happened, and he
Amazon won't remove
he
that
had-
film.
No, they still haven't removed the film, which is
They
which
said
is-
they won't.
which is-
They're not
I know,
going
which
to.
is stupid
Huh?
because Kyrie got all the flag for it. So he missed time for all that, and then now he comes back, and then you just I randomly have to start playing NBA games again. It's hard to get back in rhythm. Like no matter how good you are, you can't just sit out and come back and be like 100% like ready to be playing and be efficient. You can't be efficient at it. So every game, Kyrie, I think he's made steps. He's made steps. He had a 30-point game. He had 30 points almost yesterday, I think. He like 27, 28. So
it affects. him.
it takes time to get back in rhythm. You can't just miss games and like expect to come back.
It affects a player also being in all
And
that kind of
you couldn't be in the facilities. You couldn't be
Yeah.
around the team or anything. And that's definitely got.
KD and Kyrie, I'll give him. KD's been balling out. There's no excuse that needs to be given for
amazing.
anything.
He has the most points in the league right now.
Kyrie didn't play many games. What's going on with Ben Simmons?
He's improving.
He's
His
improving.
His numbers.
He's
his
right,
numbers are slowly
right now, he's
gradually.
out for 3 games with like a hamstring.
Calf strain.
But,
Yeah.
But
like,
if you look at his
bro,
numbers, they're going up like gradually. with
Whenever-
each game.
Whenever he's on the floor, I think he's a plus. Like his plus minus is like whenever he's playing with most of the starters or most of the shooters, his rating is usually pretty solid. So I mean that tells you that whenever he's on the floor, the Nets are doing better, right? So
You know what also people forget about is like nowadays they expect like these top name players as soon as they join a team they're supposed to click and play right
it
away
doesn't work
from the
that.
first game. It's not like that, and people have forgotten about that.
Not
It's like
everybody's LeBron or
Yeah.
KD. They LeBron and
Can't.
KD can go to any system and adapt to that system
'Cause
and,
it'll be
and
around
still be
them.
that good
yeah.
because they're generational players. Like in all honesty, Ben Simmons is not a generational player. Like he's a very very solid player. He was an All-Star at one point. He was an All NBA at one point, but
Thanks, Joel. Embiid.
coming off of a year of not playing pretty much and then having surgery,
Yeah.
it's gonna take time. It's if you look at it, it's really only been like 20 games. Like 20 games out of an 82 game season plus playoffs. Like that's not a lot of games to get back in rhythm after not playing for almost a year and a half.
Thanks to the process.
So I don't know. What more do people expect out of Ben Simmons? Like
I don't know, man. I
I
was
don't
just
know.
hearing, oh, he's gonna come back. He's gonna be best passer. He's gonna get so many
no
rebounds.
one ever said that.
No one.
I said he's gonna be a great passer because he is a great passer, and if you've been watching the games, you know he's
He
a great
passes
passer.
well. No, I'll give him that.
He's
but, like,
playing. He's playing decent defense. Like
Mhm.
defense takes time to defense is really all hustle and just like and stamina. So I mean that'll come with playing. But If Simmons can score 15 points every game,
That's all
I was
you
gonna
need.
say, he
That's
came into the
all we
league
need.
being one of the best transition players. Like coming
I think-
down the court.
I think
he
he still.
was-
I think he still is, but he's just a little bit still scared. I think he's just a little bit still scared. But if you watch the first 2 games of the season to compare to the last 2 games, there's definitely like you can see when he's going downhill in transition, he's at least looking at the rim. He's at least looking like to attack the rim, right? Even if he's not going to go
still,
up,
he needs to go on
I
that.
agree,
His
I
like
agree. He's still
scoring
not there.
confidence is not.
I agree he's still not there. But
No.
if
He had how many in the last 10 games? I don't think he shot one, or has 1 3-point attempt.
but he doesn't need to shoot threes. His whole game is
But like a
it's
couple of
never
times,
been-
like
I know,
it's a good shot to shoot it.
I know, but his game is not centered around threes. For our offense, for the Nets offense, he needs to be the facilitator. Like he needs to be running the fast break and not looking to pull up. He needs to be looking for other shooters because we have Seth Curry and Joe Harris and KD and Kyrie and O'Neal. Like those are literally all 3-point shooters.
O'Neal's been impressive, hustle player.
Yeah.
What about
Let's
what about the recent opponent for the Wizards?
Hmm?
We've been a recent opponent for the Wizards. I hear.
Oh,
nothing
yes.
about the
Nets.
recent
Nets did
games.
beat Washington.
Yeah.
Washington fans over here.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
close. I'm not a Washington fan.
Oh, you're not okay.
Not a Nets.
I support them winning, but I'm not a fan of the Washington.
Yeah,
What do we
Until
think,
James Harden retires, I will not be a fan
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Wizards. After he retires, I will become a Wizards fan.
Wizards fan? What do we think so far? The Wizards right now are in
500.
9th
Chris
place.
Cap,
11,
Porzingis.
11.
Yeah.
Over 20 points for your top three.
He's Porzingis is crazy. First of all, this is the best season throughout his whole career. He dropped like 41 like 2 games ago. Like he's playing amazing. Kuzma, he's averaging 21 points. Bradley Beal, he doesn't need to score 30 because he has Kuzma and Porzingis averaging 22 points a game.
But he
That's-
should be.
Beal hasn't
But-
been that guy this season. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the thing. If he has 2 people that are averaging that much, he doesn't really need to do all that much. He's trying to
But I feel
facilitate
like-
more now.
I feel like he defers too much sometimes.
Oh yeah. That's
Like
I agree.
sometimes he'll be like a little too passive. He'll be
I
like, bro,
agree.
Beal, you're still the best
But
player.
see, the thing is like
I know
we're-
I know
we're-
like
like
he's
we-
not that selfish kind of guy.
as like we have Monte Morris as our point guard. Like
that's true.
we need like that's
That's
why
true.
Bradley Beal is passing so much.
No, I mean you're not wrong.
Like that's our weakest point right now. Like
Point guard.
our point guard like is the thing that's taking us down right now.
Straight Westbrook.
And Monte Morris is shorter. Defensively is terrible.
Close out the window.
Delon Wright is our backup. He's gone. Rui Hachimura is injured right now. So
He's always injured.
it's just
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
just-
I don't know about him,
It's
but
correct.
he's
surprising.
good. He's good when he's not injured, but it's just point guard right now. That's how we're losing games.
The big three are averaging. They're all above 20.
All about 20. They're
That's
playing
actually kinda
amazing.
crazy. Kuzma is.
Kuzma,
Kuzma's
Kuzma's
balling
been
out.
having a lot of like good.
What did he
games
say in
this
the beginning of the season? He was like,
season. He said to run the offense
to
through
run
me.
the offense through me.
no,
Yeah.
I think Porzingis is the
works.
craziest out of all 3 right now.
He's shooting better
Yeah.
than
Like,
Bradley.
He's like
He's been playing like
he's
lights
playing
out.
how we thought he would play like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
if he
the Mavs,
never
right?
got
We're
injured.
like when Porzingis was still had the hype around him, and we were like, "Yo, this guy could be a top 5, top 7 player in the league."
And I still think they're getting used. All 3 of them are getting used to each other.
It's only
Like,
been 20 games.
Beal hasn't played with Kuzma or Porzingis.
Mhm.
Like that's the crazy part.
That's true.
And they're still getting used to it. So we'll see.
Still-
I think they're gonna
What's-
get better
what's
throughout the
your-
season.
What's your ceiling this season? You think
He's gonna say
playoff team,
I think we'll be a
And-
playoff team.
first round win type of team, or
I don't know.
playoff,
I don't know
one-
about that part.
one and done?
I don't know like
one and done.
that far, but we'll be a playoff team. I think so.
That's good. Yeah,
It's gonna take some
the
time.
roster is there. The offense.
Yeah, the roster's
offense
there.
Is there. Defense, I don't know.
Defense is still not there.
Just like the Nets, the offense is
It's
there.
just I'm telling you, it's point guard right now. Like if we need to get something about that
I think we
dude.
could work out a trade. You know,
Russell-
Patty
Ru-
Mills for take Hachimura. Patty Mills for Hachimura. No, it's not a good trade.
That's kind of outrageous.
All right, we'll give you
I
Patty
don't know about
Mills and Cam Thomas
That's
for Hachimura. Actually, that's
Cam Thomas?
They're
You
not
want to
point-
keep that? That's
they're
a,
not
that's,
point guards.
that's a player you
There,
want to
now,
keep.
I was
Mills-
like, you
Patty
just gave me
Mills-
everything that we don't
Patty Mills is a
need.
point guard though. Patty Mills is a point guard.
I think y'all can be better than the Hawks. Maybe Raptors.
I think we'll be close with Hawks.
Yeah.
Raptors are gonna be better than us.
Pacers
But-
also
The
Pacers should
Hawks-
fall out behind y'all.
Yeah, I think the Pacers are doing.
Pacers are gonna fall off.
I think they're doing the
I
same
think
thing
so.
the Jazz did. The Jazz had that crazy like 10-game stretch,
Yeah.
and then now the Jazz are like 11th, right? So
For me,
I think the
I
Pacers
think
do the same thing.
for me, I think it's gonna be Celtics, Bucks, Cleveland. Then it's gonna go to Toronto,
And then
76ers,
Philly,
and
Nets.
then Yeah, Nets.
Say it.
I would say Nets, and then Hawks, and then Wizards. I think Hawks will flip flop with us
Hawks-
though.
Hawks have potential,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Deontay Murray.
I feel
Trae
like
Young.
Young, Murray, and
Murray's-
Collins is the third best player. So
yeah. Murray's not
that-
playing as.
that
I mean, it's the
big-
beginning, but
That
like
big three is not very scary. Like,
it's not because
No.
they're all inconsistent right now.
mhm.
Yeah.
All of them
and
are.
they're, like, it's just too much. It's too much going on. I feel like. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like.
and Clint.
Huh?
Clint.
What?
Capella.
Yeah.
Because
Clint-
like when
Clint-
Murray's
Clint-
going,
I was like, what? Yeah.
when
Clint.
Murray's going, Trae Young's not going, and then when Trae Young's going, Murray's like
Mhm.
completely off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I,
it's-
I,
Is it the Lakers? They were trying to get Collins.
I still no the Nets. The Nets.
Nets,
The
oh,
Nets
shit.
asked for Collins, but
That'd be a nice addition.
yeah, he's solid. He is a solid player, but I don't see the Hawks making any real noise. Like they made that move for Murray, but I don't think it changed them that much. But what else? What else is there in here? It's surprising. The Heat have been pretty off.
They don't have Jimmy Butler, and they're still winning games.
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
they're like tied with the Knicks right now for the
They,
record.
they beat the Hawks. They still got crazy defense. Don't sleep on them.
Yeah, I mean they're 2 games behind 500. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it,
Don't
without
sleep on
having Jimmy Butler as your like that's pretty good.
them. Still got a good squad. I mean, Kyle Lowry, Hero's
Yeah.
alright, but Bam Adebayo.
What do you guys think about
I don't know.
the young rookie in Magic?
Here we go. Ben Carroll.
Banchero?
Banchero?
Benny Carroll.
He's bro. I mean,
He's number 2 in the race.
Solid as
He's
fuck.
dogging.
I don't know why he's 2. I think Benedict Mathurin is number 1.
It's the
Pacers.
Pacers rookie.
Mathurin. Why?
Because he talks shit to LeBron. and
I
then
know.
he beat him.
I know he's been scoring a
Is
lot.
that what he said that in the summer league? He cleared that shit.
I know he's been
I'll
scoring.
give
I
it
know
still.
he's been
He said
scoring a
it.
lot for the Pacers, but like, does anybody think Benedict is a better player than Ben Carroll?
I don't think so.
Like
I
Ben
do.
Carroll can do everything.
Yeah.
But that's because his team's playing better. That's why.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason. 'cause
That's
they're
the only
12-9.
reason.
Magic are horrible.
As soon as the Patriots fall off, we won't hear
Yeah.
anything about Benedict for the rest of the season. He is a good player, though. I'll give him that. He's a good
Oh,
player.
he is, yeah.
He's fearless and all that, but
If Magic were in a good place, Ben Carroll would.
yeah, like
he'd be-
who's Ben Carroll playing with, bro? He playing with Mo Bamba and
Yeah.
Bol. So
Mo Bamba.
that's my last thing I want to talk about. What if you guys had to pick one MVP? He's gonna win the MVP, not the MVP right now. Who's gonna win the MVP this season?
Rookie MVP or
Based
no?
off
Who's
of
gonna
current
win?
performance, right?
No, like who do you think at the end of the season is gonna win the MVP?
I feel like they're gonna at this point they're gonna give it to Luka. Don't say Joel Embiid. I saw that.
You know how close
I
he
feel
is
like-
to
I feel like
averaging
just
a
because-
triple double right
I
now.
was gonna say Luka.
I feel like
as
just
well.
because of how much hype Luka has gotten, they just want to extremely like
and they already gave Giannis
blow
too.
blow that up. Like Giannis was like popping last year, and I feel like Luka's
He's still doing good. Giannis
Yeah,
is still playing
Giannis
well.
doing crazy
They're
But I
stuff.
feel like it's more of like an image for the NBA because now he's like they're trying to make him
trying
the
to make
face.
the new face.
Yeah. So
Bro, Luka-
definitely not Joel. Stop.
I think it's gonna be Luca too.
I don't think. But Joel is putting up good numbers.
unless he has like an
He's-
outrageous.
He's
like,
already
kinda
missed
season.
a lot of games
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
But same
that's the
thing.
only
Same
thing.
thing. Like
7 games he's missed.
Jason Tatum could win it too, but I think he's he's less popular than Luka.
Jason
If-
Tatum is
if
balling.
Tatum keeps doing this,
Yeah.
what he's doing, with
He's
they
gonna
go
force
49 points and they get the number 1 seed,
He's gonna force
maybe,
it.
maybe.
Yeah.
But I think it's between Tatum and Luka.
Luka's up
I think
there.
Luka has the edge because
Luka's been doing everything.
Luka's
with
averaging
nobody.
Also-
He's averaging like 40-point triple double, pretty much like a 30-point triple double. Like that's
This is-
insane.
This is a stretch, but if the Warriors click together on defense and Clay steps up and Curry keeps doing what he's
He
doing,
could.
Curry
it's
could.
very close, bro. He's been crazy.
Yeah, that's the Warriors
He
going on like
averaged 30,
if he goes on like a 15-game win streak with the Warriors.
something like that.
Embiid's
yeah.
averaging
I still
30.
think Booker's in that conversation.
Embiid's averaging 30.
So's KD.
31, actually.
So's KD.
KD's fucking playing out of his mind.
Yes.
What is the beginning of the he had like 20.
Bro, he's going
How many games did he go? 25 straight?
like 15.
That's
20, like,
insane.
I think 20, bro. He might have gone
Yeah.
20 games with it.
That's
I don't even know.
insane.
The one game who they lose to was such an embarrassing loss. It might have been the Sixers, bro. It might have been the Sixers. Like that was the
We
game.
did win.
That was the game that he broke his 25 or 30-point streak. So like
Good.
that was only a few games ago. So
Good.
literally the entire season he's been averaging 30 points. Think about that.
Good.
You know,
I remember y'all beat us last year and didn't hear the end of it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Sixers are not going anywhere. So Luka
I think-
MVP.
I think
top
dude,
five.
do you guys see that game between Warriors and Mavericks when Luca and Curry were scoring?
Yeah,
at
back
it,
to
bro.
back, back to back,
Yeah.
back
It was
to back.
crazy. So I think it's gonna be Luca though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Luka
it's his
is
time. It's his time.
insane.
Like how much better can he get,
Yeah.
bro? He's already so fucking good. But
He's
it's
a
just the
player-
Mavs are not getting enough wins right now. That's it.
That's
the
the same thing
Who
with
do they
like.
have?
But the
bro.
roster is
It's
terrible,
not
bro.
all
Like
that, yeah.
if you look,
Luka-
if you look
Luka's-
at
He had
if you
Brunson
look-
last
if
year.
you
Who does he
look
have
at
now?
Dinwiddie and Christian Wood.
Yeah.
If you look at any other
And
superstar in the
Finney
league
Smith.
and you look at their second best player, you're like, oh, that's a solid player. Like LeBron has AD, Kawhi and PG are together.
There's no number 2 there.
Angel.
Giannis has Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton next to him, right? And like Brook Lopez and Portis. Steph has Clay, right? Poole.
Kind of.
Luca has
Kind of.
Luca's second best player is Spencer Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie is their second best player, and even on some nights he's not even their second best player.
Hating on your own
it's
boy
Christian
is
Wood.
crazy.
How's he my boy?
He used to be on the.
Dinwiddie's a good player, but he's
He
not.
can't-
He's
Well,
not.
he's
He's
not-
not.
he
You don't
is
want. If
not-
that's your number 2,
He
then
is
I
not
get
a
that.
number 2
Yeah.
to a
Not-
superstar like Luca.
he's
You
not
need a
consistent.
proper number 2.
He's not consistent.
I don't know. So the Mavs have a lot of shit to figure out, but yeah, Luca MVP. You heard it here
Luka-
first.
I
You heard
mean,
it here first.
Would
Luka
you take
Currently-
Luca?
Currently,
Yeah,
they're,
you
they're
would.
playing the Pistons.
Luca
and
for
they're tied at
Porzingis
50-50.
and Beal.
Bro, they
That
have
shouldn't be
they
happening.
have no
Yeah,
defense.
I would.
Yeah, that should.
He said if I would take Luca for Porzingis and Beal.
Are you
Hell
Like,
yeah!
why
right?
would I
Why-
not?
You'd have
why would you?
But
not?
you would probably have to give up like Kyle Kuzma
You'd
as
probably
well.
give up the whole
Yeah.
franchise, bro. Like
Yeah.
they're
Like,
the Mavs are literally like not trading Luca for anything, and they get back like Giannis.
Yeah.
yeah,
Get
literally
back Giannis,
get back.
Like, it's-
I don't even know how you did
Bro,
you take
like-
that? Did he Luca
I
for
would
Giannis?
take
I don't
Giannis.
think
Luca for Giannis?
I would take Giannis.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No. Because there's
Oh, that's hard.
Luca's
So
a
close.
Luca's a
That's
3D
so
player.
honestly, it's all
That's so
preference. It's
hard.
all preference because you could argue either is the best player.
I love the way Luca
Yeah.
plays.
If
bro.
if like
It's
if your
insane.
team has
Until
like
by
like
Giannis,
if your
bro.
team needs more physical presence, obviously you need Giannis.
Yeah, if your team
If
has
your
like a
team-
coach,
Giannis is
If your
great.
team needs scoring and
Yeah.
distribution, you take Luka.
if your team has a coach that goes in the paint, it's
you take
Giannis.
Giannis. Yeah, but if you have a shooting team, you take Luka. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up for today.
NBA, right?
Any last thoughts, comments,
Any
concerns?
comments to Harden in the booth?
We don't have to say anything about
Harden's averaging 20.
That's
And
all.
then 10
Oh,
assists.
shit.
22.
Wow, how many
22.
games have you missed
Shit.
already?
He's
Oh my
9.
God.
He's played 9 games.
That's,
Well,
that's
you
all
know,
you
you
gotta
know how
say
many
then.
bums in the league are averaging 20? 20 is nothing nowadays.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
30.
man.
30 is the new standard nowadays.
Okay, Embiid's averaging.
And
30.
Embiid's averaging 30.
Maxey averaging 22. Hell yeah.
Harden's averaging 20 backwards. That's what he's averaging.
He averaging 10 assists, which is all we needed. We just need to get 10 assists
You
and then
just need
20
10
points every
you
game.
just
That's a
need 10
dub.
assists.
That's how you're
It's
gonna
a
win.
dub.
That's how you're gonna win a championship.
10 assists.
Yes. Yes. Shake Middleton, killing it.
Who?
Shake Middleton.
Middleton.
Melton.
It's Milton.
What did I just say?
You said Middleton. And they said
Shake.
no,
Melton too.
End it.
The Anthony Melton.
Shit, sorry.
Oh my God.
We're done.
All right.
Killing
No
it.
Sixers bullshit.
Make sure you pick your bets. Bet US.
With the link in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Let's end our first video podcast episode. Everybody bring it in. No, okay.
Alright, don't do
Fuck
that.
out-
Three,
fuck
two.
out- fuck outta
Team
here.
on me. Team on me.
Alright,
1, 2, 3,
but, we hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully, we're going to be putting out a video podcast episode every week, either on YouTube or Spotify. And if you do want to get 125 bonus on your first deposit, you can sign up with the link in the description.
$125.
Yes, sir. Sign up with the link in the description. Bet US got the fastest payout in the industry.
Bet US for USA World Cup. Come on, let's do it.
We're going to beat the Netherlands.
Here we go.
We're going to beat them.
Yep. Up the boys.
If you want to let us know what you think about this episode, you can always leave a review on Apple Podcasts or any other streaming platform. We hope you enjoyed this one. I'm Hamza, along with Harry. We got Dodge, NT Rain, the Commanders. Check the stats.
Bye-bye.
Peace.